Title static on the signal. It started with the rain. Just a persistent, greasy drizzle in this godforsaken city. I was nursing a lukewarm coffee at the rusty mug, trying to ignore the flickering neon sign and the even more unsettling feeling that I was being watched. I'm Detective Miles Coburn, and I specialize in the kind of cases nobody else wants, the ones soaked in desperation and whispered secrets. Usually, that means petty theft, drug trafficking, the occasional domestic dispute. But this was different. A dead tech mogul, Julian Vance, found wired it into his own neural implant. The official story was suicide, but the way Vance's eyes were wide open, a single digital static shimmering around his skull, it didn't sit right. My captain, Jericho Static Sloan, doesn't. Sloan isn't a cop. He's a ghost, alleged a notorious data pirate who vanished 10 years ago, rumored to be able to manipulate technology with a thought. He's a mess of chrome and cynicism, a man who'd spent a decade building a fortress around himself. The city's mayor practically begged me to bring him in, claiming a significant threat to public safety. He showed up at my desk precisely as he'd promised, a tangle of wires and modified cybernetics strapped to his arm. Vance wasn't depressed. Corbin, he said, his voice a distorted echo. He was being watched, and someone was controlling him. He'd spent the last week tracing the digital threads Vance had been exposed to, uncovering a clandestine network of encrypted data streams. It led us to a group calling themselves the Gnolls, a shadowy organization obsessed with rewriting reality through digital manipulation. They were building a weapon program capable of erasing memories, personalities, entire identities. The investigation led us to an abandoned server farm on the outskirts of the city. The air was thick with the smell of ozone and decay. Sloan moved with a disconcerting grace, his cybernetics humming as he bypassed security systems with unnerving speed. I felt like a relic, a slow, clumsy human trying to keep up with a god. We found them a dozen figures huddled around a central console, their faces illuminated by the glow of cascading code. The leader, a woman with eyes that seemed to flicker with static, was preparing to activate the program. Project Chimera, she called it. It was a chaotic firefight. Sloan moved like a digital phantom, disrupting their systems, disabling their weapons. I mostly shouted instructions, and tried not to get shot. I realized then that I wasn't just working with a criminal, I was working with a savior. We managed to stop them, but not without a cost. Sloan took a serious hit, his systems overloaded. As he lay there, sparking and silent, he menaced one last cryptic message. The signal is not just data, it's them.